Hello friends, welcome. Very happy that you're here. If you enjoy fragrance, you found the right place. My name is Dave. Now today is going to be a longer video because I'm going to have 10 great fragrances that I would always recommend. This will be a designer edition. Now what happened was my friend came and saw my collection, got my trusted coffee, and asked me for recommendations. So I'm very happy to go, walk through with him. But it's very hard to come up with 10. It's very, very hard. Hard, not like pulling teeth hard, but like choosing your favorite child hard. So I end up putting together one fragrance from different categories for different situations. So the rule is all this gotta be mass appealing, so that be really easily recommended to people. Everyone will like it, nothing offensive, and there has to be readily still available for a decent price. And because this will be from the designer house, reason being that they're usually more mass appealing. They target scents that are enjoyable for most people, so that way they can sell larger quantity, and therefore the price is going to be cheaper. It's kind of like quantity over quality. But these 10 bottles are still very high quality. Also, designer is going to be more affordable than niche. Now, the first 5 is going to be kind of already very famous because they have been around for a while and they have all been hyped. While the last 5 could either be newer or less talked about. All right. So with that intro, let's go ahead and get started. What are 10 fragrances from different category for different situation that I would always feel very easily recommend to people, right? The first one is going to be for the romantic, intimate situation for date night. Now, when I say that, if you've been around this hobby, you know I will be talking about this guy. Now, I have to bring this up to my friend. It's going to be, like I said, for romantic, for close encounters, and it's perfect for date night. I specified night because it's on the warmer side. This one you could categorize in the woody, spicy, amber with very light tobacco. It's not going to be offensive type of tobacco, but the lighter, warming, comforting type of tobacco. It's not a cigarette. It's not a tobacco pipe. So don't worry about that if you get offended. Now, this one came out 2015. It's been a while, but it's still very highly sought after and appreciated by most people as a romantic scent. The nose behind this is Olivier Poche. He's the head house perfumer for Chanel since 2015. So you know this is a master perfumer. The basic notes, I guess the most prominent, most dominating notes that come through is amber, tobacco, ginger, cardamom, and grapefruit. The longevity is one of its weaker points. It's not a monster, but it doesn't shout or project, but that's why it's super perfect for intimate encounters. When you guys are getting close together or sitting by each other watching movies or coloring, is perfect. Dolce & Gabbana is an Italian house, but they're very famous for this line, especially the one lineup. This is an EDP. The original was an EDT, more on the lighter side, and the performance wasn't that great, so they came out with the EDP, and this is preferred by most people. Once you try it, you know what I'm talking about. This is perfect scent, and everybody think about cardamom, the warm, comforting scent. That's what they think about. The one by Dolce & Gabbana, the EDP edition. Now the second category is going to be this. It's going to be warm and comforting situations. Not necessary for intimate, but it's warm and comforting. This one is more is categorized as woody and spicy with cinnamon touch. So it came out in 2016, and if you've seen the ads, you're gonna see the actor Gerald Butler. He's the guy that did 300 and the series Olympic has fallen, those movies. Now if you smell this right away, there's going to be apple, cinnamon, and vanilla. It's kind of like an apple pie. That's why I say it's comforting and warm. So the scent is pretty, it's cinnamon apple. Just put it that way, okay? You don't have to try to make it complicated. Just think of it coming home or to a store and you have a nice warm cinnamon apple pie on the table. That's what it is. This is the intense version. There's the Hugo Boss bottle, the original version, the lighter color, but this is the darker intense, give you more oomph. Now the longevity is not super great, but this one is the intense version, so it gives you a little bit longer longevity. The Hugo Boss is a German house, and that's been around for quite a while. And there's a lot of flankers to this one. There's a fresher version. There's you see this bottle everywhere with a lot of different variations. But this is just perfect for any situation you just want to relax and smelling very comforting. That's what it is. The second on the list. Now, like I said, the first 5 is going to be very popular and it's all been around for a while. So this is number 3. Dior Homme, the original from the 2011, not the 2020, but this is 2011. If you see my video, you know this is one of my very favorite, and I have a backup bottle. Look at how gorgeous the bottle is. This one is in the category of elegant and sophisticated. It's Woody Floral Musk. Came out 2011 from Dior. Dior is if you don't know, it's a fashion house. It's a French fashion house. And the perfumer that did this one is François Dimachi. He's the newer in-house perfumer for Dior since 2021. He was the old perfumer, in-house perfumer until 2021. Then last year he passed the torch on to Francis Kurtichon. So it's a very big house, and they have a great category of fragrances. Dominant notes are iris, cacao, and leather. But it's a total iris scent. In a masculine way, ladies could wear this, but mostly for men, with the leather in the back supporting it, and the sweetness of cacao, making this a sweet iris scent that doesn't shout, but once you smell it, it's very elegant and sweet. With sweet, it's not overly sweet, but it's just a supporting character with leather in the background. That's why it's great. It's smooth, it's stylish without being brash, and it's suitable, perfect for the high-end situation, and it's perfect for office and in meetings. All right, if you want to be elegant, just grab this and go. You smell great everywhere. Dior Homme, the original from 2021. Now, the number 4 type of scenario is going to be for on vacation. There's a lot that you could pull from, but one of my very, very favorite when I think about vacation time is going to be from the house of John Varvato. This is Artisan Pure. Just look at the bottle and you feel, you know this is a vacation time. Like a tequila bottle, maybe. Think of one word, vacation. That's it. It's crisp, it's woody, it's citrus. All right. It came out in 2017 from this house. Artisan Pure, John Varvato. It's a U.S. house. Now, the nose that did is Rodrigo Flores Rouge. He has a lot of fragrance in his category. One of the more famous scent that he did is for Tom Ford, Neroli Portofino. So you know he's a master of fresh citrusy scents. The main notes in here that you can smell is going to be those citrus freshes. It's going to be clementine, mandarin orange, lemon, and the green notes of petitgrain. It's going to smell a little bit like crushed branches and green citrus leaves. All right, all those are very uplifting, relaxing ingredients. You cannot help but feel that you're going to be on vacation. So now the longevity is going to be on the weaker side, but you know it's so good that I just don't care. I'm just going to take this with me and spray all over all the time. And this bottle is one of the more unique bottles. Look at the straw wrapping all around, and the wooden bottom footing. Look at this, and the wooden cap. If I don't care about money, I'll buy like 10 bottles of this. Just go for it. Vacation, perfect. The fifth category is going to be Sporty, and there are a lot that you could choose from, but if I'm going to choose one, it's got to be the best. Got to be the best. From the House of Chanel, the French house, this is Sporty, all around everyday scents. That's going to set you apart. Seriously, it's going to set you apart. It smells extremely appealing, and people will gravitate towards you. I get a lot of compliment by this one. It's categorized as woody aromatic. Now, it came out in 2012, so it's been around for 10 years. And the nose is Jacques Poche. He's probably most famous for doing Bleu de Chanel, so you know he has an infinity for this type of scent. But he could do a lot of stuff. But this is one of the very, very best ever done, along with Bleu de Chanel. And one of the reasons I do not, I'll talk about that later. So for Sporty, everyday scent, that will set you apart. The main notes are going to be tonka bean, mandarin orange, mint, and musk. But just think of this as a freshie. There's something about it. I haven't figured out exactly what's in here. My wife loved this one. In fact, this is a gift from her. She wrote something in the back. But a message for me is a present. This is the first fragrance that she ever given me as a gift. And it's very special to her. She smelled it and she said, this is the one. So yeah, it's very, very meaningful to me, but it is the best. If I gonna have one bottle, this will be my signature scent. Just one bottle, all right? That's number 5. The number 6 category is gonna be pure citrus. Just plain and simple, pure citrus. It's woody aquatic, but it's just pure citrus. And most specifically, it's grapefruit. All right, this is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. I don't have to say too much about this. Just imagine grapefruit, cutting it open, smelling it, and this is what you get. It's a very new release, 2021, last year, from this Italian house, Dolce & Gabbana. It's refreshing, uplifting, easygoing, enjoyable, and non-offensive. So one of those days when you want to be refreshed and smell just the vibrating, invigorating smell of fruit, just grab this one. It's gonna be perfect. Number 7 category is gonna be warm, sweet, sophisticated, modern gentleman. And this one is not much talked about, but it's the very best. For me, there are flankers after this. There's the EDP, there's Extreme, there's a lot. But to me, I gravitate to this one. I'll come back to this one because this one is more complex and sophisticated. There's something about this. There's some fragrances that are magical. This for me is magical, just absolutely magical. It's on the warmer, sweeter side of magic. It came out in 2014 by Guerlain, the legendary French house. And the perfumer is the legendary Terry Wasser. He's been the in-house perfumer for Guerlain since 2008. Now you're gonna get is dominant of almond and tonka with some supporting of leather and a little bit of citrus. So with that in mind, you could tell it's gonna be for the colder weather, for spring, fall, and some winter. You wear this. It's warm, comforting, and loving and lovable. Just remember this. This will set you apart. Next one from the category of, how should I do this? Let's say it's going to be from the category of blue. Yeah, I haven't got to the blue, so you know it's coming. This is the newest release, Prada Ocean Luna Rosa. There are a lot of blue scents I could have picked, mainly Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel, but let's set you apart, okay? Let's give you some that's newer that most people haven't smelled it yet. Yes, it's blue, but there's a variation to it. so you don't smell like everybody else. People say that Dior Sauvage is the smell of your ex. But anyhow, so this is in the aromatic fougere. It's from Prada, the Italian fashion house that started way back then in 1900s. Now the notes behind this are Anne Filippo and Carlos Bonai. Anne Filippo famous for doing Paco Rabanne Invictus, and Carlos Bonai for Polo Blue. And of course they have huge amount of fragrance in their category that they have done. Now coming back to this, think of a blue scent, but it's going to be smoother. It's not going to be sharp or screechy like Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage is ambroxan. Bleu de Chanel is going to be citrus and woody. And this Luna Rosa's Ocean is aromatic, musky, and powdery. It's very fitting to the name. The name is Ocean Luna Rosa, meaning in Italian means red moon. So this is going to be smoother, darker, and deeper. This is a blue scent that's going to set you apart, all right, in a good way. Number 9 is a review that I did recently, but I just have to put this in here. This is going to be in the category of design, combination of designer and niche. It's a designer, but it's crossing into niche territory, meaning that it's going to be more unique than just a typical mass appealing. This is going to be aromatic spicy. Came out last year by Lalique in 2021. And this, you're going to have the notes of vanilla, cardamom, lavender extract. That's important, lavender extract and ambroxan, because it's deep dark vanilla cardamom, but the vanilla extract and ambroxan is going to freshen it up. So you're going to have that combination, the dichotomy of deep plus a fresh, and it's so good. This one is it jumped up there as a designer. It's right, maybe my top 10 designer. All right, think of it as sweet, warm, creamy with a fresh backdrop. One more thing, the last thing I'm going to say about this, Layton. Layton, just think of Layton. If you know Layton, if you've been around, just think of Layton. If you don't know, just grab this and you get a vibe of what Layton is. Lalique white in black. Now the last but not least is going to be a classic meets modern, and this is a new scent from last year by the House of Dior. Yes, the Sauvage Elixir. I was just mentioning about Dior earlier, but this is the Elixir, the newest version from the house. By the nose of François Dimachi, the newly appointed in-house perfumer. The notes you're gonna get lavender, licorice, cinnamon, sandalwood, and nutmeg. Now with the lavender, it's gonna bring you the classic from the 80s. That's what it smells like, but they're adding in those very interesting licorice, see sweetness from the licorice, not just sugary, not just honey, but licorice. Adding the cinnamon and the woody sandalwood and nutmeg, and you get combination, it commingle together into a very unique, powerful, monster projection, attention-grabbing, upscale scent. This is a classic, modern gentleman. If you're gonna have one bottle in your whole life, just grab this one. It's gonna be a well worth signature scent. Signature scent means everybody can recognize you by the scent. When they remember you, this is what you smell like. And it's a perfect signature scent. This is the best of the Dior Sauvage line. Yeah, it's the best. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the list. If you ever just wanting to own 10 bottles or recommend to your friend or to yourself, any of these 10 will work. If you grab all 10, you're set for life. You don't need anything else. You're set for every type of situation. So that's why I was very excited to bring this to you. So I told my friends, and he's gonna look into this. I'm sure he's gonna be very satisfied with any of these 10. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and see you next time.